Let's see. Banners. Boom. Comments. Yeah, cool. Okay, so what I'm saying, I'm not. You're framing it like I'm saying that it's good to pop off and forget your homies and act like you don't know nobody. I'm saying that you're not truly being tested unless the opportunities in front of you present a challenge to you staying in contact with the homies. Does that distinction make sense?
Nigga. Bro, do you see the chat? This is breaking fucking news, bro. What?
Oh shit. Oh
Trump
damn. Okay,
shit,
I'm talking about some. I'm talking about bullshit. What is
what? Like just now, I
Oh.
think. Oh my god, nigga, what, bro, nigga, what?
I mean, that's not surprising. Okay, so the U.S. has just bombed 3 Iranian nuclear sites. Donald Trump says.
Man, this is that shit with fucking Tucker Carlson and what's that dude from Texas? Oh man, what's that fucking senator from Texas? Everyone hates.
I don't know who is the senator from Texas.
Anyway, U.S. strikes. Jesus. 3. Oh my god, bro, we are fucked. We are so fucked. We are cooked, bro.
Okay, in what sense would you say we're cooked?
I mean, war, baby. Like,
because I feel like
wants war. I mean, nigga, you're not even here, bro. Like, I really don't. You know, I mean, come on now.
I mean, yes, but like, what I'm saying is, but what I'm saying is, do we think? Because I'm just thinking back to like the last time the U.S. went to war with the Middle East, like the biggest impact was people who ended up serving, like for Americans was people who ended up serving, and then economic impacts. And then, because I guess almost I'm feeling like war doesn't even seem like the right word.
Ted Cruz, yes, thank you.
Ted Cruz, because it mostly just seems like we about to blow up Iran, as opposed to like, you know what I mean? Like war rarely touches America, really, is what I'm saying.
I mean, that's great historically speaking, but you never know what the future. I mean, anything could happen.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, that's the terrifying thing. Like, I mean, it's not like something to just like, oh, it's just war. I'm not in it. I'm not in the army. I won't get drafted. Like, it's so much bigger than that. I'm not saying that you like being callous, but like, it's like that's what I mean by cook. Because like, I mean, for one, I got friends. One active, one of my closest friends is still active duty in the Air Force. So okay,
see,
there's that, and then, but also just the fact of like the military. A lot of these soldiers don't even fuck with Trump like that, but they have to follow orders. They don't want to go to war and like fight another fucking, especially Trump's war. Like that's like it's so much deeper than just like I guess like maybe like the surface level. This might not affect me vibe that I felt a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was more so like I think it was more so how I say it. It was me responding to the feeling that people are like, oh, we're in it together. Isn't this gonna suck for us? And I'm like, no, this is more like genocidal shit rather than like, oh no, I'm at war. It's like, no, the US is doing some fucked up shit, and a bunch of people that you don't know or friends that you do know are getting blown up. So like somebody is cooked, but saying we're cooked just seems almost like not callous, but almost like making it about me when it's not about me. But maybe it is about me, and I'm not, and that's the part that I'm not seeing yet, which is, like you said, historically, maybe shit doesn't really touch the populace, but it can.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the whole thing. Because I mean, you just never know. Like, literally, like that's my thing. It's like, yeah, historically speaking, war hasn't like touched America, but historically speaking, America hasn't gone through a lot of shit that has been going through within the last 160 days.
True. Well, yeah,
so, I mean,
true.
Because I mean, like, yeah, I mean, because I know a lot of people just like, oh, well, based on the facts and based on the history, like historical data represents, but it's not like the end all be all. This is different than Afghanistan or Iraq. There wasn't even an excuse of WMDs or anything. This go around, Trump just
Nah,
performed
this
an
is the
act of
same
war
thing.
against a sovereign nation, not a terrorist group.
No, this is the same thing. This is
Actually, that
identical. I mean, based on
part,
what you described, yeah.
I mean, but that last part is actually different because the war
Well,
in Afghanistan was like a war on. Well, that was just how they branded it.
right. Meaning, like, so it wasn't against the legitimate government. It was an invasion of a country, but against a terrorist organization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. But I mean, this is the WMD shit again. Like, it's the shit that Mossad and Israel have been fighting against Iran for the last, like, I don't know, 20 years or something like that. The same thing that caused that Stuxnet shit of Iran's going to get a nuclear weapon. So they're doing everything to fuck up their ability to enrich uranium. So it's like, yeah, because that's what these, like, these launches were on nuclear sites, because they're trying to get rid of the nuclear program that Israel has been accusing Iran of being 2 months away from for the last 10 years, as people put it.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing. Israel is like the devil right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you support Israel, like, anytime I see that flag, I'm like, that's actually the real bad guy. And then America, right along, like, hand in hand, baby.
Yeah, it seems so like it because it's, like when have you ever seen that? I forget what show it was, like Peep Show or some shit like that, where they were like, wait, are we the baddies? Like, are we the bad guys? And it's like, because this seems so obvious. And I guess, America, I guess most people who are kind of aware kind of view America as like a bad operator in the world historically. Like, we kind of understand that. But this just shit seems like there's no, like, the story doesn't even hold together. It just seems like, yep, we just evil.
Yeah,
that's much. It.
Damn, at free, like, yeah, we did just hear.
We did. That's
exactly
happened
like an hour ago.
Yeah.
I'm safe enough to go to Ghana. I'm glad y'all got y'all contingency plans in place.
Now, we do need to talk contingency plans. And shout out to you, A-Free, because I know you were struggling to get into the Discord. So let me know if you got in all right. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are going to make those moves. And so I do know that for Ghana, they have the A-Free, help me out. What's the program called? It's like the Come Back Home program. So all African Americans, if we so choose, can apply for citizenship for to become nationalized to Ghana if we want to go live there.
I think that's about right. I remember you had it was supposed to be a topic one time.
Oh yeah,
and I was looking into it. Would you go?
I don't know much. Like, I know a crowd like supposedly pops off as like a city, but I've never been, so I don't really, you know what I mean? Like, the map is not the map is not the, what's the word? The map is not the
mapping.
No, the map is not the landscape.
Topography.
Yeah, no, the map. Yeah, the map is not the landscape. I think that's the phrase. So I don't really know what Accra is really like, but you know what I'm saying? Because moving is, to answer your question, moving is a lot. You know what I mean? So you move and you don't really know, like, oh, does this place really fit? But you can move more than once. So short answer would be, yeah. How about you?
I give it a year or two.
Okay. So would you? So what would moving for you look like? Would you be like, just like, I mean, because we're talking kind of hypothetical, but like progressively less so.
Purely hypothetical. I mean, I have not made any plans to move anywhere since like a second ago. I mean, not even like now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's very much so hypothetical. I don't have like any actual plans, but we can tease it out.
Yes, yeah, okay. So that's what I'm trying to tease out, because it's like it's easy to say, oh, I'd give it 1 to 2 years, but hypothetical, that's easy. Realistically, it's like that would take a lot of moving parts and major life changes. So would you do that, and what do you think that would look like if you were like, yeah, me, Josh, is about to move to Accra or whatever city?
I mean, man, I
for a year
would,
or two?
like you said, it would depend on how like easy it is to actually be able to do that. Like, how much assistance do I have in said program? Like, where will I be
Mm,
staying? Am I comfortable with where I'd be staying? Understandably, like, the infrastructure isn't going to be like what I'm used to in the States, but
mm,
is it comfortable? Is it safe? Those things. Am I going to be able to, how am I going to survive financially over there? Am I still going to be able to make American dollars? Is there a way I can make American dollars? Like, how am I going to be able to survive financially? But as far as
mm.
getting over there right now, I mean, got a little bit saved up, but I mean, shit, I would literally just sell like everything, like my car. Your boy owned that bitch now. What was? Shout out to
Okay,
me. What you're
very nice. No more
but
payments.
absolutely. Ooh, shit. I almost fucked around and bought another car the other day, but I meant the other week. But anyway, um, but yeah, bro, like, I mean, shoot, I literally just have to sell everything, get like stack up as much bread as possible. Hopefully, hmm, I figure I could probably, I figure like at least like 30,000, 30,000, probably like 30,000 American dollars in my pocket. I can make something shake. I can figure something out.
Okay. Yeah,
Minute.
30,000 is not 30,000 US dollars is not a impossible amount, and it will go far. I don't know what like Ghana's standard of living is, internet speeds. Those would be things that would be important. Healthcare, shit like that. But also, like, America is, depending on where you are and how much money you make, is like not that great. But I don't know if Ghana is better.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would probably really just move to Thailand.
And yeah, I have heard electricity because I know, like, I have homies who live in East and Southern African nations, or like are from, and yeah, they just like the electricity just going the fuck out
Hmm.
is just a regular part of shit, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. That's normal.
hell no.
That's normal.
That's a
Especially
problem.
in the summer, it was funny because my sister's husband side of the family, like, they're from Sierra Leone, and
Mm,
every summer they'll take like a trip, back to Sierra Leone, and my sister's husband's little brother was like there, and like the power just was out for like a couple days. It was just like, yo, the heat out there is crazy. He was like, man, yo, heat is
yeah.
struggling.
Hell no. Yeah. I want, okay, because I do wonder whether or not, because in a lot of places you can, like, the normal or the average is maybe not ideal, but you can do a lot if you've got a lot of money, which America is one of those kinds of places where, like, the average is kind of low, but the ceiling is high, relative to, a Finland or a Scandinavia or whatever, where the middle is quite high. um I wonder if you can buy your way into, like, cool, I have like an independent AC system, or if it's one of those places where it's like, it don't matter how much money you have. There's not a problem that's solvable with money. It's just not, the infrastructure's just not there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
You
that
can't get an Uber no matter how rich you are if you're in the middle
right,
of Afghanistan. It's just not possible,
right,
or Iran right now.
right. And I mean, if that was the case, like, I wouldn't go there. Wouldn't live there for sure.
Or if
Which
the power
if the
thing was
infrastructure
an issue.
if the infrastructure was like that, but then again, I guess we are, because yeah, Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, like, they do have those issues. Because I'm pros and cons, baby, pros and cons. I mean, I might weigh it a little bit more because, like, shit, they might be partying when the power go out. You know what I'm saying? You might just have to
Yeah.
suffer through it for a couple hours and a day.
Yeah, because life is like, because the only reason I'm even thinking about those kinds of things is because there's like shit that you have to get done. But it's like, if we're doing, because I'm thinking the most likely thing is doing like this work just full time. That kind of highly requires internet. So it's
Mhm.
like, well, shit, if I'm in the middle of work, now
Yeah,
I
right.
can't work because the whole block done shut down. It's like, yeah, cool. I guess we can party. I'd love some jollof rice or whatever the fuck, but like,
Mhm.
how I'm gonna pay rent next month. So that's, yeah. Let me see which African
Yeah.
nations, but also like most, with the exception of Ghana, I don't think most African nations we could just move to. Like, they got
Oh,
immigration
man.
laws.
See, copious cat. I'm going to Ghana this December for the first time. I'm too geek. Oh yeah, you're gonna have a good time. They got a Dirty December.
Hmm.
Is that what you're going for? Dirty December, or whatever they call it. It's like a big ass like party, or kind of like Carnival or something. It's kind of like the African version of Carnival or something like that. It's hard enough moving to another state. Right. It really is about. Yes, indeed. It's about to be some straight bullshit. That's what I mean, bro. Like, and like, when I mean cooked, I don't necessarily mean like, oh, our lives are in mortal danger. Like everyone in the U.S. lives in mortal danger, but it's just the simple fact of war. And then, like, again, people are going to be losing lives.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and American and otherwise. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm at. Yeah, that's a good clarification. Okay, apparently Angola. So I'm just looking up countries that aren't fucked up when it comes to electricity infrastructure. And they said Angola and Botswana are both good. So that's like Southern Africa. So yeah.
What about how infested is it with South African whites?
Well, okay, so it's Southern Africa. It's not in South Africa. So I don't know that. I don't think Angola and Botswana have white people like that. But let's see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Angola and Botswana are like, I don't know. They're like northern border of South Africa, or like one country up. Let me see.
So like, because remember when I thought like South Africa was just like the bottom part of Africa, I was like, oh, okay, all the white people, all the white racist people just in the bottom part of Africa.
So it's South Africa, then it's Namibia, then it's Angola.
I wonder what the cost of living is out there, because I know Johannesburg, at least to get there, expensive as fuck. But that's that's typical with international travel. But it seemed like even when I was like looking at like places to stay, damn, cuz it's all up in the camera with it. My nigga, that's what I like. That's why I like you, man. Just hey, man, fuck
dental health is very important. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
But I think you had a point to get to. Don't let me.
I'm sorry, I got distracted, bro. Like
because I know you got the. I know you get one sentence off and you forget the whole shit you was about to say.
Oh yeah, I already forgot it, gang. Oh yeah, no, okay, I remember. I was like, yo, fuck it. We on your mouth, gang. What that mouth doing?
Yeah, we gotta put horse blinders on this nigga Josh, because he can't go and come back,
bro. For real. Nah, okay, so but yeah, no, I was saying I was looking at like the prices of like like hotels or Airbnb type situations, or places to stay, and it seemed like pretty comparable to like United States prices, but it could also be like tourist shit. So I was like, what's the cost of living over there compared to like the US dollar? Pretty sure their dollar is weaker, but they shit might just straight up cost more, like 1,000 rupee for like an apple. You know what I'm saying? It's still like $3.
And you don't know how much a rupee is. Yeah. It's like, shit, that sounds like I got to give you a bag of gemstones to get an apple. Yeah, it's hard to tell because you really don't know until you're there. And the other thing is, like, when you're a tourist and you're in Thailand or whatever, because it's a lot of Western immigrants in Southeast Asia. Like that's the whole losers back home. Like that's where niggas that couldn't make it in the West go and move and take their money and then live for the rest of their life and get a Thai or Cambodian or Vietnamese or whatever wife. But you learn after being a month in, 2 months in, like, oh, don't go to this bar. Oh, don't try and get housing this way. And then you start to learn how to do it like a local, and then you realize what the real price of living is, and it's obviously usually cheaper than the tourist price of living.
Yeah. But then, like, you really in the city. Like, I ain't gonna say like you ain't in the nice parts. Like the actual locals don't have like nice places, because that's ignorant. But when you on vacation, you do touristy shit. Like, you're surrounded by more.
It depends which country you're in. Like, if it's a less developed place, then yes. But if you're in a highly developed place, then it's probably even low key the reverse. Like, I feel like in London or in Stockholm, I feel like the tourist experience is not significantly more. You're doing like date night shit, but it's not like a massive difference between like somebody's home and your hotel.
Yeah, okay. Forgive the word luxury. Very loaded, because that does bring a certain imagery. Nice. You know what I mean? Like upper middle class, which is nice. Yeah.
And the reason I brought that up was just because it's some places where it's like, if you're living with the locals, it's like almost dangerous, or it's fucked up, or you don't have electricity, or it's hot, there's no AC. Whereas on the resort, it's like it's two worlds kind of thing is what I was getting at, which it seemed like what you were kind of alluding to. It's interesting what somebody's sorry.
No, it was a.
It's interesting that what somebody said earlier about like, it's harder to move to another state than another country, and I almost feel like it's not. Like it depends on what like where you are in life, but I feel like the distance between the two is not as big as you would think. I guess if you've never moved or you've never like if you never went away to college or something like that, then it's a big jump. But I feel like once you've already moved a state, moving to another country is a lot easier than people try and make you think it is.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's objectively true. Like moving to another country is way more difficult than moving to a different state. Like one of my managers, she just moved to Japan, with her husband that's in the military, and it was just a shit ton of stuff that they had to go through, and like just hoops to jump, things to get cleared, housing, cars, pets, the mom, like all sorts of stuff.
He said that like they put her in the fucking cargo hold too.
I know, right?
Yeah, we had to put her in a cage. We had to get her vaccinated. It was so much. Had to get her neutered. I think that it depends which country you're going to, and this was part of the other thing that I said was like it depends how much shit you have. So obviously, if you're moving to another country that is not connected by road space and you're trying to bring a car, then that's like, yeah, of course. Like in situations like that, it now becomes monumentally more difficult. But I think it depends. And so I disagree with the idea that across the board, it's always harder. I think if you don't have a car, if you don't have a car and you're like a person going from an apartment to an apartment, or you're selling a car and just buying a car there, it's about as difficult as just going on vacation and not coming back. Like maybe 150% as difficult. So like just a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I mean that's literally what you did.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, my shit is not necessarily comparable because, well, it's a sliding scale of how much shit, the more shit you have, the harder it's going to be to move anywhere. And if you're moving across ocean or air borders, then that also becomes a lot more difficult. But if you're a person who has like no pets, is you and a girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, whatever, y'all have an apartment, you have one car, you don't own a home, and like moving from like Georgia to New York is about as hard as moving from Georgia to like fucking Helsinki. Like I don't think it'd be that different. I mean, I do understand the idea of like you can pack everything into a truck and drive and have somebody drive all your shit to New York and have it there. So that is fair. But depending on how much like heavy shit you have, like white goods and furniture, you can sell all that shit, pack the big stuff up into a thing, and there's services that'll just take that and deliver it to your door in the new city, like half a shipping container or whatever. It's about the same as getting it to New York. I'm kind of guessing here, but that's my thinking.
Yeah, I think I disagree on that. I mean, if you don't have much shit, but you still, there's like another. I think just a hobby is like just overall culture shock or like getting acclimated with being in like a different place, totally different experience versus moving to New York. But as far as like the logistics of getting there and that difficulty, you still have to worry about visas, travel visas.
That depends, but yes.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, hey, it depends, but we are talking about international, so
yeah,
asterisk on that one. And then there's like a whole bunch of other like customs, immigration, like all sorts of other shit that you might not even be aware of that you would have to deal with versus like moving in state that would cause like even more dynamics on top of the things that you would have to deal with if you were moving interstate.
Okay, so I'll so when I say the visa thing will definitely depend because it depends which country you're going to. Like every country has different deal. Like they all have completely different deals with one another. There's some countries, but we are talking about specifically an American moving to somewhere, and America doesn't have a whole bunch of like free movement deals with like basically anywhere. So most places, if you're going to move permanently, you have to have a visa or a dual citizenship or something like that. So that's fair to your point. Yeah, there's a good bit of paperwork, but I think it's about as much. Yeah, okay, maybe this is what I would say. I think that the amount of paperwork that you would have to do moving to most countries that you could move to easily, because there's some countries where there's a huge undertaking to be able to move to that place. But if you've gotten a job in a new place or whatever, or you're just moving there for a year, you're doing a working, bro, the shit that I was telling you about, the working holiday shit, if you're under, depending on which country we're talking about, under 35 or under 30, the amount of paperwork you're doing to like move to that country for a year, maybe 2, is less than what you would do to go to college out of state. Like by a lot.
I mean, college is stupid expensive. So yeah, like just for one semester, that could set your ass back 20 grand.
Oh, and I was saying like paperwork, not the cost, but
yeah.
Like just the amount of forms that because you were talking about like how much logistically cultural shock.
I got you.
But it's just like if you want to move, if you live in Mississippi and you want to move to Ireland for a year and do like a working holiday in Dublin for, I think they do 6 months for Americans. That is easier than going to college in Florida.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can't agree or disagree because I haven't had that experience, nor know many people to have any reference of that.
You know at least one person who did. You know at least one person that we mutually know who did that.
Oh, I mean, like in terms of like they gave me the information or the experience of what that was like. So that I have that information. Because it seems, I don't know. Ireland racist. Ireland ain't racist. Them niggas, them some niggas. They like the niggas of the whites.
It depends where you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about Irish people low key, but they do seem like the niggas of the whites.
They are indeed the niggas of the whites. Like you go to Dublin, it's all up. I know. I seen what I know, but like Dublin is actually like on my list of places to go because like as far as like being black. Like that's one of the like more welcoming places that you can go internationally.
Oh, true. Okay, it's kind of on like a green book list kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't heard bad things. I have always thought about like Irish people. They always want to tell you like, oh, we had slavery too. You know what I mean? But yeah, I haven't heard specifically negative shit. But the black people of white people or the black people of anything doesn't mean that they'll fuck with black people. You know what I mean? Because Italians are the black people of white people, or you know,
I don't even think of them as the blacks or whites. The Irish are the blacks of the whites. Because I mean, like, really, I mean, this might be racist of me to say, but you know what I'm saying?
But they're lazy. Come on.
Let's just say the quiet part out loud.
That's hilarious. He said, "Yeah, they're the blacks of the whites because I hate them." That's crazy. I think that there's a lot of cultures who are also oppressed that don't like black people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or pick your group. You know what I mean? Whether it's Mexicans or Cubans or just whoever. Not across the board, because sometimes marginalization does, but it's not as clean cut as you would think. Which I know you probably experienced this.
It's Africans that don't like Africans, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So wow.
Perfect point.
I mean, hell, it's African Americans who don't like Africans.
Yeah, it's African Americans who don't like African Americans. Low key.
I mean, big facts. I mean, hell,
yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. I mean, niggas really ain't shit. So
I mean, shit, niggas. I tell you, bro, they were on your nerves.
Let me see. Anything in here that we missed?
I will boot for Donald Trump. Hey man, I ain't gonna
vote for Donald Trump. Yeah. Okay. So Jessie Wu, does she have a? Because I saw somebody say this earlier. Does she have like a travel group thing? Does she have something like that? Anybody who's a Jessie Wu fan in here? What's your take on her, by the way? Because she seems coolish from what content I've seen.
You asking me?
Yeah.
I don't even know who the hell Jessie Wu is, gang.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Who is that?
She'll pop up in your feed. She's like a I guess you would say she's kind of a video essayist. No, that's probably too strong of a word. More like a commentary YouTuber. Yeah.
Jessie Wu.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait a minute.
Ghana, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Nigeria seem to be more straightforward pathway to citizenship. Okay. Yeah, because I know I never thought about that because I got Kenyan and Zim homeboys, but
Oh, she looks
I never.
familiar.
They've never honestly, they've never described anything about either of the countries that made me think I want to live there. Like every time they talk about some shit, like Kenya's been going through, just because the Israel shit is so big, it's not on the news, but like Kenya's been going through bullshit now, like where their president has been like killing their citizens during protests around a bunch of like laws that have impacted their like cost of living and inflation and shit.
Yeah.
Like bread prices went through the roof, people protested, and they kill motherfuckers at like they do crowd control with live ammunition, so niggas die at every protest, like a lot.
Man, that's insane.
What's her master's in? And also, yeah, what and also chat. What do we think about her? You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like they're fans. They just started like listing off,
rattling off Lauren. You right. You right. Should we try and get her on? I feel like she might be a good match. Okay, comedian. Yeah, shit. Put that on the list. Jesse Wu.
Just kind of depends on the friends. Yeah.
And she sings a bit. Okay.
Damn, this is some crazy shit, bro. Damn. Man.
Are you saying new news?
Red flag, man. Nah, bro. I'm just thinking like, man, it's like this tonight reminds me of when we went live that night when Kendrick Lamar dropped Not Like Us. The first thing, like, yo, Kendrick just dropped, yeah, nigga, we already heard AMI. They're like, yo, nigga, Trump just launched the missiles, nigga. What? Like, bro, like it's as niggified as that is, like, to even put those as on the same like scales, like the Kendrick.
No, I see what you're saying. It's news.
America and fucking entering the war, entering the chat.
Yeah, murdering people in a sovereign nation. It's comparable to hip hop beef, but no, it is news.
But she might consider you guys unicorns. But she might consider for what? I missed something. I missed it. Yeah, that's them.
Do you mean like she'll fetishize is not the right word, but do you think like is she like a niggas don't deserve mics, but y'all can have them type of person? Is that the idea? Because I feel like that's always that's a you be on your back foot and I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
I knew something told me like her master's was going to be in communications. I just didn't say it. I wish I did, just so I had proof. Just so I bet it's in communications.
You should have wrote it down on the napkin or the whiteboard in the back. So you can pull it out like earlier. I prepared this.
I ain't got it now
because I do that all the time. When I'm like, oh, I think somebody's about to do this, but I'm not confident enough to say it now. Let me write it down on a piece of paper. And when they do, then I put it on the table. And I'm like, see, I knew you were gonna do that.
Man, yeah. I'd say that. We have been abused for so long that we are in constant defensive posture. That just, I mean, like I hate that for women. That just honestly, it sucks for everybody. Not to play like the struggle game at all, but it's like as a man who's like not misogynistic or tries not to be. I mean, everybody got a little blind spot, whatever. Even women, you know what I'm saying?
It's in there.
You know what I'm saying? It's in there, but you know what I mean. But yeah,
in traffic, you know what I mean.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Inclusive, all that good shit. There's a lot of guys out there that's like that, but it just fuck up. Like it's just so fucked up. Like the potential relationship between men and women. Then you got these negative ass, crazy ass fucking fuck boys. Red pill motherfuckers that just making the game, just fucking it up so much worse.
What's the context of this statement? Is it the person who was saying like, oh, we've been abused, but that was in reference
so long,
to
just because of like, you know, just the state of affairs between like men and women, and then like the abuse they suffered by the hands of men, not even just physical abuse, but like, you know, emotional abuse or financial abuse or whatever else may cause. Well, hell, just even verbal, like just random interactions, like what the fuck? So you start thinking like everybody's like that, or you know, kind of like that Deontay Kyle thing. Oh, I don't have time to like figure out who's the good one and who's the bad one.
Oh, because I thought that chain was talking about Africans and African versus African Americans.
What chain?
Just the one that you were responding to.
Oh, well, maybe I was wrong. You know, I mean, I be seeing shit and I be thinking they be responding to something I said. So I probably am like way off base, which is not the first time. So
I mean, but yeah, what you said is still true. But that's why I was like, oh,
just not what
are we talking about? Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck is this? Where's Alvin?
All right. Are there any other like
my fault, gang?
What's up?
No, I was talking to the chat.
What'd they say?
No, I was just somebody said they were talking about the BA collective, and then I was just saying my fault, like, you know, jokingly, joshingly. She talks about gender stuff sometimes in interviews when she's asked about
what is BA collective.
She said, I have no idea. I was just going along with it.
Oh,
She
okay.
said the
Yeah, because yeah,
husband
I
isn't
was
a
like,
Ghana GH for Daddy December. Stay encouraged and stay strong, everyone. Woo! Big facts. There are no Africans versus Americans. That issue's done. I mean, hell, I believe that too, but until you meet a motherfucker that thinks like that, then you'll see there it is. Okay. It exists in this person's world. Hey, shout out to you, Moing MC. Well, we need it like there's a lawyer on YouTube who wants to the continent of slavery. We need to cover that. I don't know. I don't understand that sentence.
let me see. What is it? Which one?
It's Afri. I might have missed like a thing before that.
Oh, are you saying? I think there's maybe words missing, but something like that the continent needs to pay or make reparations for slavery.
Mm.
Is that what you're saying, Avery?
The Black Poly community.
I'm just looking at the Israel-Iran shit right now.
Ugh.
I did note that the one fucked up side effect is I feel like people are now focused on this war instead of the still ongoing genocide in Gaza.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh, don't worry about these people we blowing up because now we're blowing up some new people. And some of the stories, and I know everybody knows this, but some of the stories are just such horrific shit where it's like you've just completely destroyed. Because yeah, that's what war is. It doesn't just kill motherfuckers. It like fucks up a generation's ability to even do anything. They were saying that like half of all children in Gaza haven't been to school in like coming up on like 2 years because it's like all the schools are blown up and the ones that are still left, it's like, can you imagine going to school and half the school is blown up and teachers are dying and you might get blown up if you leave your house, but if you stay in your house might get blown up. Like you
right.
You don't want to do anything, and then all the infrastructure for just getting groceries is fucked up. So you're like, cool, we're starving to death as well.
And then think about like the trauma, like just that constant, like a real fear of death, fight or flight
at all
mode.
times.
And then you hear that siren. That siren is so fucking ominous, and you know it's about to hit because the siren's going off. It's like duck for cover, like in a real way.
Yeah,
when war ends, you know what I'm saying? Like, what does that do to a person? You just do completely go back to normal in a sense. You know what I mean? Can you?
I don't even know. Like, sorry, I'm just updating the fucking thing so that people know that's what we're talking about. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I feel like there would be a long period where you're not sure that we're back. You just wouldn't, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You would think, oh, war could always pop back off. I know it's similar. It's probably not dissimilar-ish to COVID. Like eventually, you kind of get new normal. You start building shit back up. Your government is able to collect taxes again, and you start building hospitals back and schools back, and somebody builds a cafe. And I don't know. Yeah, we need to talk to somebody who's lived in a post-war environment.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because
I think
I've known people who have like both Somalia and Ethiopia have had like civil unrest at varying degrees over the past like 15 years, from my understanding. And but most people that I know have left, like their families left.
Yeah. One thing, I don't want to say like I guess there's always at least like a little bit of like positive or light in any given situation. Not trying to make like anything light about war or what's going on in Gaza, anywhere else. But when it comes to like, the people in that community, is everybody's kind of on the same level. So I think it makes the community stronger through the trauma and just by force bonding together. Like, because like you have to like really look out for your neighbor even more so, like just be aware of who's around you, like stick closer to your family and things like that, and then work together as a community to get by. And I think at least for like for Americans, right? Because I think we're so privileged to where any minor inconvenience is like the world ending to a lot of people. Like your Uber is like 20 minutes late. Fuck nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just minor things happening like that will just like blow the fuck up. You'll blow up. But if you're legit,
you know what's crazy is I have known people who have lived on both sides of that shit. And what's crazy is how quickly you bounce between the two emotionally. Like I've talked to them a little bit about what this experience is, and they're like, "Yeah, nigga, I don't know." Like when you're in the war, you're like, "Oh shit, it's a bomb going off. I need to duck and get cover." But when you get back to the West and you're like, your Uber is late, you still mad. Like it's you just live in two different minds. Because I've had homeboys who was like, yeah, I was in a refugee camp coming from coming from Somalia, refugee camp in Uganda before coming to like a Commonwealth country, UK or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but I'm talking to this guy and he's just going through the same bullshit as me. He's just like, damn, bro, like Netflix subscription too expensive. This is fucked up, man. I'm gonna have to, you know what I mean? Like it's the same shit. Or like I got a homeboy who he'll go back home and the level of safety is just drastically different between the two places. And he's just like, yeah, when I go back home, I just have two phones. Like one of my phones is a decoy phone. So if somebody tries to mug me and snatch my phone, I've got a decoy phone. That's not a thing that I need in the other place that I live. So it's like, you just oddly do both.
Yeah. I mean, that is a very good point. I think what I was more so kind of like getting at is let's see here, like when you don't necessarily have as much, like you realize you don't need as much, and it kind of like makes life simpler and easier.
Oh, that is, I definitely feel happier when I feel like I have permission to need less.
And then,
however that happens,
and everybody's in the same boat. It's not like you looking right across the street from you and somebody's in a fucking mansion while you just in your regular 1-bedroom apartment. You know what I mean? Like everybody's kind of like on even playing ground. So that's kind of more so what I was getting at in terms of the community growing together, becoming stronger, building like the city back up. You know?
Yeah. No, and I agree. And I think it's such a weird little kind of quirk almost of just the way we act as humans, that like if somebody else is too happy near us, that makes us unhappy.
Yeah, because you comparing your life to theirs. Like they got that, damn, I want that. Like you literally have something reminding you of everything that you don't have, that you didn't even know you wanted. Oh, that would be nice. I didn't realize I would have wanted that. That I could. That's a thing. Holy shit. Now I have a gap in my mind, a gap in my life that I can't fulfill.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very. It just seems bad that we do that. You know what I mean? Like, because you kind of walk through as like, yeah, that's just it is what it is. But it's like, bro, you were happy before. You saw somebody else having some other shit, and now you like, damn, I'm mad. I guess I'm not happy no more with the shit I was happy with before. Which is like,
it's not good enough.
Damn, what the fuck? You did it to yourself, yeah.
I mean, but that's like everybody does it, like in different ways. Because I mean, it's literally like keeping up with the Joneses. At the end of the day, like you see somebody with something nice, like, oh shit, I got to get something like kind of equivalent to it, or just like that instinct to like, oh damn, you start looking at whatever you got, like, oh man, that ain't as nice as I thought it was. Oh, it's looking kind of old now. Damn, that new one look nice over there. How much that is? We can afford $10,000 more on the credit card, right, sweetie?
Yeah, those Joneses, they sure do look happy. I mean, definitely happier than us, right? Yeah, we should buy that. And I know we were happy yesterday, but we weren't happy like that.
That thing made them happy. You see their happiness, you can see it.
Look at that smile.
That skin is glowing, man. Capitalism, bro. Like that's, I mean, like we say that shit jokingly, but like dead ass. Capitalism literally said. Capital. Think about commercials, like, bro. Like I work in like I do like marketing work.
True.
And I was about to say, I was about to drop a name. Sometimes I do like I work on creatives, and like even in my copy, like the text that's on the creative, I'm coming up with shit that, you know, live your best life with this product because of this product. Make it like, you know what I'm saying?
Don
Like,
Draper over
extra
here,
shit.
you selling people pantyhose with lies.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, my
Yeah.
niggas. Did you see this? You see these clothes, nigga? You see this bitch by this pool, nigga? That could be you, baby. Shop.
If
Shop,
only you
spend
would
that
buy
money.
Colgate, baby. Your teeth was
Right.
fucked up. That's what's holding you back.
Right, nigga.
You can have these hoes if you get your pearly whites fresh.
For real shit. Get this blouse, get this dress, get this wrap. We got you. We got it all. But yeah, no, but that's capitalism for you. Like, for real, like, it literally sells us happiness through the exchange of money or goods and products. Like, we think we'll be happy when we get X. And as corny and cheesy as it is, because this is not new information, but legit dead ass, like, happiness and peace does truly come from within. It doesn't come from all of this. Well, some happiness does, of course. Like, there's a certain amount of happiness that does come from having things, of course. But it's that happiness can be taken away from you. Like, it's kind of like shallow in a sense, or you get bored of it. I was happy as fuck when I got my car. I literally almost bought the new Dodge Challenger, the electric one.
Yeah.
Would have been the dumbest shit I ever did in my fucking life. Like, second dumbest thing I ever did. But I'm thinking in my head, like, man, I want to pull up, man. Being able to pull up in some super sporty shit, like, oh, stun a little bit on motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Looking at the key fob, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna make a nigga feel, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I'm saying? You see it, I pull up at the gas station, don't need it, bitch. Watch out, it's electric, boogie woogie.
It's electric even, yeah. Why are you even at the gas station? I just wanted a pickle from the fucking concession or whatever.
I'm here for a corn dog, baby.
Yeah. Take up two like gas thing spaces with your car before you walk in. Fuck y'all. You know what I mean? I move different. You know what I mean? The world is my parking lot.
Catch me at the supercharger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
$11.99 full tank. but as happy as that might have made me happy for a couple weeks, but like that was about 3 weeks ago now, maybe 2 weeks ago. Anyway. I'm like, thank God I didn't do that. Like, thank God I did not do that.
I think for other things, though, I'm like, oh, this does genuinely make me. And by the way, chat, like, feel free to, if there's new updates with the Iran bombing, like, let us know so we can speak about it, blah, blah, blah. We'll probably get off in a little while. But I think when it comes to the happiness shit, it's like, there are some purchases that make drastic, long-lasting differences in happiness, and where the difference is not like, oh, I have this thing. It's like, this thing allows me to do something continually. You know what I mean? Like, like I feel like just having a laptop, like just having a good, powerful laptop, huge difference in just what your day-to-day life can look like if you don't, or having a place with good heating, good insulation, shit like that. Having good insulation in a house, it's like drastically changes what every single day of your life looks like.
Those are needs, damn near. Like, you know, like kind of like those are kind of bordering on the lines of basic human needs in modern times. Like a good functioning laptop, you kind of I you know.
Yeah. Okay. Let me. I see what you're saying. Because there's a difference between no insulation and insulation. I would say that's closer to a need because you'll die. But like going from, I have like a heating system that's okay to like, yo, I got heated floors and it's and Internet of Things. The house heats up right before I get home from work. Like shit like that, where it's like it's luxury, pampering kind of levels of stuff. I feel like that can make a big difference in happiness.
The crazy thing is like you won't comfort. Yeah, comfort. Sure. Comfort, absolutely. Comfort and happiness, kind of, they're like a Venn diagram. They're like a Venn diagram.
And you can buy comfort. I mean?
Yeah, you can buy comfort, but you literally can't always buy happiness. Not long lasting, because the thing about it is once you get used to it, it's just there. It's like, okay, whatever. I mean, because think about it.
You think so?
I know for a fact. Like,
okay.
I mean, this
I know it might be.
I'm not saying, like, the crazy thing is I'm not saying anything new. So like
you're not saying anything new. I just disagree with some of the conventional wisdom. I get that you're there are lots of people who agree with you. I'm just saying I'm not quite convinced of some of these sort of platitudes that we say.
Bro, like the thing is, like, have you okay, were you as happy when you moved to the undisclosed location that you were at, when you were at the old place, right? You were happy when you got that spot.
I mean, are we talking about just being like living alone?
Not where you're at now, though. I mean, hell, sure, yes, this current spot.
Okay, like if we were talking about like just living alone, I would say that's because that's what I was thinking about the whole time. I just didn't want to specifically mention that, but now that we have, I would say, yeah, the difference in happiness is just sustained. Yeah, like, and don't get me wrong, it settles back down into by a little bit, because it's kind of like it's a negative happiness, not a positive happiness. Meaning it's the removal of bad shit rather than the addition of some good shit. But it does make a difference. Like it's like I never dropped below a 6 in happiness as a result of this, which is a major difference. Like that's literally money buying happiness.
Yes, and I'm not arguing against you on that, because like housing is a basic need. But
housing there's different levels.
I'm getting to it. I was damn, but housing, nigga, fuck. Why would you let me have my shit? Nigga, I'm happy as fuck, nigga. Can't you tell? I'm by myself.
Why you disagreeing with the beginning of your sentence that I haven't let you finish yet? Damn.
But yeah, like you said, it's sustained happiness, but you get used to it. That just becomes your new normal. So
yeah, but then what do we? Sorry, if you got more sentences.
But again, like if we're talking about things along the lines of housing, being about living alone, if that's what you want to do, yes, of course, that's your lifestyle that you want to maintain for your happiness. Of course, that's a part of it. You need money to live. Everyone needs money to live. However, it's like once you have like your lifestyle set, you comfortable, it's like, yeah, you could be a millionaire and you could get like, a nicer spot, a better view. Cool, that'd be fine. But it's like that happiness is still going to wane. And then you could still be miserable as fuck and angry as fuck living in a nice ass mansion. And that doesn't buy you happiness. Like you can still feel so empty with all of that nice shit that you're trying to say, oh, well, this will buy me happiness. This is going to make me happy for a sustained long period of time, which the math don't math on. And I'm not talking about basic necessities of a lifestyle that you would like to have, if being comfortable, just being comfortable, getting by. Like you don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about transportation, all of the basic necessities of life, of course. But like, I'm gonna start taking super extra shit.
All right. So you made 3 sub points, all of which I think I disagree with. So you said one, I feel like you're conflating you're conflating needs with comforts when they're different things, but maybe we can come to a shared definition there, because I feel like you're just everything that money can buy, you're just lumping it back into needs instead of it being like, well, yeah, there's levels of shit. Because like, yeah, housing is a need, but every possible house is not a need. Like a mansion isn't a need. Having a house is different than having the nicest possible house. So within that need, then you have striations of want, which, like, obviously you can't be like, oh no, I needed a mansion because housing is a need. It's like that doesn't make sense to me. So I didn't need to live alone. It's a thing that has comfort. It's not a need. 2, you mentioned. I'm trying to get in. Yeah. Okay. Oh, then let's get into that one, because you made several different points.
I wasn't trying, baby, you know how I talk. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
yeah.
I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm from the South, baby. You know what I'm saying? The niggas just talk like
that. Okay, blame it on somebody else.
I'll be trying, like, hopefully he can read in between the lines, baby, to catch the philosophy. But
yeah, so look, if anybody can, it's me.
It's not like conflating like needs with comforts. Yes, comforts, of course, like you have like your needs and then your comforts. Once you get to like a certain place of comfort with your needs, I'm just saying, like, just the extra shit, the notion that money buys you happiness, long-term sustained happiness, isn't true. You could be miserable.
Okay. Then
that's my whole point.
Okay. So if we're nixing,
and of course you can also be miserable but as fuck broke. Like, absolutely. I have been down and out bad, miserable as fuck broke. Nobody is caping for anybody to be fucking broke. Okay. Like that's,
so if we're just tabling the comfort thing, because that just seemed like mistaken part of the argument of like, oh, that's not a comfort, that's a need. It's like, no, that's comfort. Then it goes to the definition of happiness, because I'm like, what are we even defining the happiness as? Because to me, it's an average of emotional valence across time. So it's made up of a whole bunch of different shit. So to say like money can't buy happiness seems like just the wrong construction of a sentence, because nothing can meditation can't get you happiness. Fulfilling relationships can't get you happiness. They can contribute to it, but if you have great relationships and you're broke as fuck and can't eat, you're probably not happy. If you've got, fulfilling work that makes you feel super fulfilled, but it's bombs dropping on your head, you're probably still not happy. So I think we're putting your framing, and I think other people's framing of money can't buy happiness, is putting an undue pressure on one particular thing to contribute to positive psychology or psychological well-being that we don't put on any other thing. Like getting a good night's rest can't make you happy. There's no one thing that can make anybody happy. So that would be my maybe core to part of my point here. Yeah.
I agree with that. I definitely was not making that counterpoint at all. Like, yeah, of course, it's a plethora of things that contributes to one's own happiness.
Okay, so are we just because then I don't even know what your point is. Is your point just that money, just like everything else, can't completely take you from misery to impenetrable happiness?
Yeah. And then like, but it's also like, but then like the notion that if I like, was ever people all like, and we got on this because of with the concept of capitalism. Capitalism drives consumerism. Like it just makes people want to buy things because they think that's going to make their life better in some way. They think that's going to make their life, they're going to make themselves happier in some way. Say for instance, clothes, especially with like, shopping and like, oh my, I need like, oh man, I don't like none of my clothes. I need some more clothes so I can feel good, better about myself, so I can be happy about myself in my situation, in this environment. Every couple months, it's like every couple months, I know like some of my own girls like, it's like, oh, I need some new clothes. I'm like, yo, you just did like a whole haul. Like you got clothes, like you got hella clothes. You can't even go through all the clothes you currently got, but you say you don't have clothes. So so that's the mindset behind like what I mean, like just as a concept of capitalism and the happiness that capitalism pushes on you from buying shit. That's what I'm saying is not true. That's how we got here.
Okay, yeah. Look, I'm with that. You just the arguments that you were making. Maybe it was the Southern drawl. Maybe it was the whatever thing you want to say this week. It seemed like you were making a more extensive argument.
I'm terrible at articulating myself. I'm not, let me stop saying that. Let me stop saying that.
Yeah. I thought you were doing a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, nah. It's the whole, articulation thing. Because I'll be thinking I'd be like making sense of saying like perfectly same shit, but then people are like, well, hold on. Like, what was so crazy about that?
It's cause don't act like it's just me. Don't act like it's just me being a little bit confused. But yeah, no, I think that I view money and expenditure. Here's how I would put it. I think that, and maybe this is a way to bridge the gap. I think that the problem is not that people think money can buy them happiness, is that people spend money on the wrong shit. Like, which is a thing that people do with money anyway, or time anyway. So it's like you think that spending your money on certain shit could drastically improve your happiness and well-being, but it's probably not going to be in the form of another 100 dresses or sneakers, most likely. And those things can contribute to happiness, but they have an upper limit on how much they can do. And because I also think of happiness as being like a series of buckets. You know what I mean? If I've got 7 buckets and I fill this one to the brim, once it's full, the bucket is just spilling over, and it's not filling the other buckets. So if your clothes bucket, if your hobby bucket is full, no matter how much you pour in there, it's not going to make up the gap of the rest of the emptiness there. You have to take another jug and pour into family, pour into fulfillment, self-actualization, whatever. But I think that money can contribute to all of those in ways that we sometimes discount.
Yes. It's how you use said money, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
so yeah.
I know it was when I was growing up, my mom used to tell me, it's like, I don't need to be like rich or whatever. If I did, like, it would be so I could help y'all or do whatever for y'all. But it's like, I mean, because money can like sometimes like just having money in and of itself, but you're so empty in all these other areas of life can drive you to misery. Then some people like, you have like too much money. Well, hell, just give it away. Like just give money to other people like that need it or like just stuff like that. And then actually it's fulfilling. Basically doing shit that is truly genuinely fulfilling to one's own personal self and spirit.
I also feel like activities are fun. You know what I mean? Not to take away from because I know you're the heart of the podcast, but I feel like, going to an escape room, skydiving, bowling. Bowling is I'm very happy when I'm bowling.
Oh man, or a fucking a break room where you just go and break shit.
Ooh, I never did that before.
I want to do that.
That seems like I don't know. I feel like that might awaken the beast in you, but I want that for you. I feel like it might be the beginning of a dangerous habit. Just
I mean, hey, I think
that's
actually a positive. That is like, as I would say, that is a very pro-social way to attack one's anger.
Yeah.
I think I'm for it.
That's actually also not true.
How so?
Well, from what I recall, and this is relatively out of date information, like maybe we've got new research in the last 15 years, but like cathartic anger release isn't very good at helping with modulating like anger or internal frustration.
Because you're like, I gotta break something. Oh shit, I don't have any disposable plates to just fling at the wall with no consequences.
And probably that as well.
Oh, okay.
But the idea is like when you break plates or when you punch, like, because think about an abusive husband. And I'm not saying that a person who goes to a break room is anything like that. I'm just drawing an analogy. If you're an abusive husband and you start throwing plates or you punch a hole in a wall, is it like, oh, now I'm not angry anymore? That solved that problem. I'm sure that this won't escalate in the future. And so the idea is like when you take your emotions and find an outlet that allows you to blow off steam through anger, that mostly just makes that your go-to habit for expressing and relating to your own anger instead of regulating it, modulating it, actually decreasing the anger. It mostly just increases your anger and tendency towards it.
You're probably right about that, but I know, I know we got all serious and shit, but I just think it'd be fun.
Oh hell yeah! I agree. And shit, sometimes you gotta awaken the darkness. You know what I mean? You bring it back down. You go to therapy.
Gotta be dark.
Well, why would you break anything? And so you're breaking things happy?
Hell yeah.
That's even creepier, but fair enough.
What do you mean? Like who break? Like I mean, like I think most people that are in like break rooms, they're not like actually like super pissed off like in that moment. Like they just want to break some shit. Like, okay, have you ever seen like? Do you watch? Like,
I feel you.
Do you ever watch like guy videos? It's like,
yes,
if you're a guy, hold on, like, and then they drop a big ass rock into a pond.
Yeah,
they just, oh my god, so satisfying.
I can see that. Yeah. No, you're right. And I have broken things just because I'm like, oh, that seems like it'd be cool to see what would happen if you blew that thing up,
Bro, like that was literally my pastime when I was little. Like I just broke shit. Like I would just take stuff apart. Like it was, I had to grow out of that. I wasn't mad.
Maybe you need to grow back into it.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, you look better than me.
Yeah. Unless it's for like, purely academic reasons, to understand. I'm a maximalist. I need to be able to have my NGO operating 200 years from now. I feel like
what is this in a relationship?
So much. Like we miss so
how do we get to that from materialism?
Own like thing going on. I love that.
Is this related? Purple, and then we need to leave. Is it Purple Rain? Is this related to money buying happiness? Because I'm like, that's kind of interesting. Because it's like, oh, are you saying for you, money buys happiness by creating a large multinational conglomerate that allows you to like operate on the world in a positive way, and that gives you like maximal, fulfill? Because that kind of makes sense. Because they always say, like giving back makes you feel happy. So if you like own a charity and you like doing big, you know what I'm saying? You're doing big shit. It's like that's the capital. You're the capitalist mogul of altruistic self-actualization.
Wow. So many big words eloquently put together. Beautiful.
Yeah, but what do they mean?
That's the question, my nigga. Philosophize.
I love falafels, but baby, it's just delicious, bro. I'm with you
exactly.
on that.
Red Cross. Too. Bars. More bars than Mars, nigga. More rings than Saturn. You get it? Bars, nigga. Mars.
And
that's a company that makes chocolate candy bars, nigga. That's a whole lot of them shits, nigga. You ain't doing
Shit.
the math, bro.
That's
1
nuts
plus
like
1
Snickers.
don't
That's
equal 2
crazy.
around here, nigga. It's quantum physics.
Oh, shit. Yeah, the energy fields. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, bro. The tesseracts.
I love I want to drive around in one of those, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not a Nazi, so I can't really drive a Tesseract around.
Yeah.
The Lily endowment. That sounds like saying somebody's got a tight vagina. Actually, let me not even try and make a joke about that because that's probably some very serious charity. Let me look what that is.
What? What you said?
I
I
didn't
heard
say
something.
anything.
I heard something about
Yeah.
a tesseract and then a tight vagina.
Yeah, there were. Well, I mean, yeah, I said some sentences. Let me see.
I said some sentences that will not be repeated again.
Yeah, community development, education, and Christianity. Okay. Do you see Iran retaliating anytime soon? Against who? America? No. Against American bases in the area? Absolutely. Against Israel, they already have started. They got a couple buildings in Tel Aviv. So yeah. But they don't have anything like, because that was the issue, was that Israel didn't have the weapons necessary to penetrate any of the deep underground research and development facilities that Iran was doing, or supposedly is doing nuclear development in. Only America has those. And I don't know whether or not the bombs that Trump sanctioned were that, but I would assume that they maybe are. And I don't think Iran has intercontinental anything. So I don't think they're sending nothing to America. And there's nothing close enough where they have a base to touch America. Yeah, the only successful attacks that have ever happened on American soil have been airplanes.
And I mean, that was technically, I mean, like, you know, if you're a bit of a conspiracy person, that was actually an inside job.
It was a domestic flight, so it literally was. You right.
Man, somebody,
I don't even know if that's
bro,
true, but
this dude,
sound good.
This dude on TikTok, he made a video, you know, because like everybody, like, you know, the general consensus is fuck war, stop bombing shit, fuck Israel, free Palestine, baby. You know what I'm saying? At least on my side of TikTok. And he was playing the role of the government, being like, you know, y'all gotta, you know, saying we need y'all help. We need y'all to join the army. You know what I'm saying? Like Iran over here, they whoop, whoop, whoop. Say, man, nigga, fuck that. Like shit, the same shit that y'all did to Gaza. Hell, ain't nobody say nothing about y'all blowing up them kids over there. Man, fuck that. We ain't doing that shit. We nobody go over there and die for y'all. And then he started playing around, like the government got on the phone. He's like, hey, yeah, we need you to blow up that bus. What? The 8th graders or the seniors? No, make it the 8th graders. Yeah, make it the 8th graders. Boom! Oh shit! Iran just attacked the United States on American soil, nigga. Y'all gotta, you know.
No,
it's like, yo, this shit could happen.
It really feels. I mean, yeah, no, because that and that's describing like a false flag type of situation of like a attack that's not really an attack to rationalize retaliation.
Exactly, like to get the country, the morale together, like to band the morale together to go and attack another country. Because they concocted this whole plan themselves, that when they attacked their own people and said it was Iran that did this, and now the American people are like, oh yeah, fuck Iran, finally.
I mean, because it is, well, yeah, now we get into conspiracy shit, because I'm like, did the Iron Dome really fail, or did they let a missile through to help, you know? But now that's big conspiracy talk.
I mean, you know, hey, it's just conjecture. No one's saying it's facts.
Yeah, it's allegedness. It's a yeah.
Well, so not it, but it makes too much money, so I don't know if it would go away. I know, right? That's the problem. Crowbar open for tight vagina that night. Oh, that's dope, man. Tight vaginas. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I also learned that if you take any neurological test or take medicine for mental health issues, your boy is good. I ain't even got to rely on my excuse for my knees. But now, damn.
I mean, then are we thinking like conscription might happen?
Conscription.
What
that mean?
The draft.
Oh, okay. You could have just said the draft, my nigga. I know you smart. I know you know words. I love that
Hey,
for you.
hey, look, man. When you know something that I don't know, you don't let me slide. So
Yeah,
you're
I
not
do.
gonna slide. No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Show don't.
Yeah, I
Show
do.
don't. As soon as
I be
I don't know a lyric. Soon as I don't know
hey,
a
bro, because
lyric,
that's
you
just because
laying in
that
crazy.
shit just be blasphemous, bro. That shit just
Yeah,
be
it is. It's
blasphemous.
blasphemous. It's crazy you didn't know what conscription was. So you're gonna get
A
fried.
lot of people
Sorry.
don't know what conscription is. That's not part of conscription. Ain't part of the culture. That's the problem.
Hey, it's a part of the dictionary, and you need to get up on it. Learn to speak
yeah.
English. That's the language we speak it, ain't it?
And guess what? Guess what? You
Learn
know
to
how much
talk.
of the dictionary ain't in the
Read a little
culture?
bit.
Nigga, you don't read. Chill out. You
Hey,
do
but
your
I still know the
headline.
word. But I still know the word.
Hey, you know a word.
You out here watching TikToks.
Yeah, and being informed about what's actually going on, my brother. Instead of reading headlines with strong opinions being strong and wrong at times. Proud with your chest out.
You're not proud with your chest out. You're quiet and wrong. We've established that.
Oh yeah, shit. Every time, baby. When I'm wrong, I'll be whispering, but when I'm right, nigga.
It don't happen, so you don't have to worry about that one.
Huh. Your ears just closed, my boy. Your ears just closed to the ignorance. You got your blinders
you're right.
on.
I can't hear. I can't hear your
you
ignorance. That's true.
You don't see the correctness.
Yeah, that's true. I'm blind to
Interesting,
bullshit, as they say.
HD. Was Kanye on to something? Man, fuck Kanye. But he might have been though.
Yeah, I mean, broke clock. You know what I mean? All that good stuff.
You know, manifest
should we play it? I know there's just been a long ass live, and then we'll just do, and then we'll, assuming you still got time, we'll do a regular recording as well. I mean, if you don't, then well, okay. Well, it's a couple of ones that we probably need to cover at least one. So
you want to hit them?
Let me think, because I'm just trying to think about how I want to do the edit. Yeah, let's do it outside of this, so I can edit this and just let this sit. Cool. All right. We are going to end the stream then, based on Josh's availability, and we will see y'all next week.
Why you gotta make it my fault?
Because
this nigga Josh don't want to hang all fucking night.
Yeah, because he got shit to do for the culture, not reading the dictionary or whatever activities he'd like to get up to.
Nigga, I read thesaurus, nigga. How about you get on that?
Okay, I don't know about reading.
I read audio books.
Okay,
that's what I read. Audio, nigga. Get on that. All right. Well, hey, peace and chicken grease. Y'all stay safe out there. Many blessings, and we got this. We'll be okay. And pray for everybody involved. I don't know, man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, everyone. Be safe.
Damn.